Hello. Have you ever heard anyone saying, I want to be my own boss? Or better still, have you said it to yourself, you want to be your own boss? That's what I'm going to share with you in this video as to how you can move towards being your own boss in a way that will work for you and you can meet your aspirations. But before we proceed further, let us first understand what's the simple understanding of being your own boss. My understanding of that is being your own boss means you want to experience some kind of freedom. And what is that freedom? Freedom of time, freedom of taking decisions, freedom of where you want to invest your energy. All that is part of being your own boss, and it's a decision worthwhile taking. So now let us understand what is it that you can do, what is it that you must do so that your probability of success goes up substantially high. Every idea that I'm going to share with you in this video will have an element of my personal experience over the last couple of years. The first point is know your why. This is a question that you must ask yourself right in the beginning. What is driving you towards the decision of being your own boss? Let me say this, being your own boss is not going to be a smooth journey. There is an element of risk involved. But if you are driven by your passion, your interest, your capabilities, your strengths, your aspirations, then it is a risk worth taking. It is said that the biggest risk in life is not taking any risk. And if you are really passionate about it, I'm assuring you actually that you will be able to figure out your solutions sooner than later. So you must ask yourself, what is driving you? And let me also add here, if you are driven to the decision of being your own boss because of the negative emotions that you are experiencing at workplace, perhaps you must wait for a little longer, harmonize your emotions, discover what are you passionate about, and not move towards that journey of being your own boss just for the heck of it. So that is what is very important to consider. It must not be an emotional decision, that too driven by negative emotions. The second point is self-assessment, assessment of your talents and skills. You have been progressing in your career because of all the capabilities you have. But when you start your independent journey, it's going to be different. You will be requiring to take decisions in multiple areas of work. Now you need to ask yourself, are you good in all of them? Perhaps not. That's when you'll need to decide what are the kind of people that you'll need for support. What is the kind of work that you may have to outsource? And here I am sharing my own example. I've been a trainer and a facilitator. I was very passionate about it and I was really good in that. However, when I started my independent journey, there's one area that I was not good at and I did not know how to handle. I made an assumption, since I am good, work will come automatically. And it came as a rude shock to me. Work doesn't come like that. You need to do hard work for that. You need to do a lot of spade work for sourcing business for yourself. That is why you need to do a very, very clear assessment of what are you good at and what are you not so good at, so that you can get the right kind of people to support you, whether on your own payroll or whether you can take them as freelancers or outsourced work. Third important point is manage transition. This is perhaps the most critical phase. When you start your independent journey, when you start your work, it is not that the moment you start, you'll start generating revenue. It may take a couple of months to streamline that you start getting inflow of cash, and still you have to run your show in the intervening period. That is why managing this transition has to be very well thought of. If you have a family to support, this becomes even more important so that the family does not bear the heat of your independent journey. That is why you must be good in managing transition. And what is generally recommended, if you have a buffer of 6 months to 1 year's time, perhaps managing transition will be easier for you. Next important point is have a business model. This is again a critical decision to be made because you will need to understand how your revenue stream will be generated. So ask yourself, would you like to work as a freelancer? Would you like to be as a consultant? Or would you like to collaborate with other organizations, agencies who are in similar line of business and who can be benefited because of your expertise? That will help you to streamline your cash inflow. So have clarity about that. And an additional point here is What is the kind of structure you want to give to your business? Do you want to be a solopreneur? Or do you want to have partnership? Do you want to have an LLC? What is the kind of structure that you want to give to your business entity? That's also very important. The next important point is having a business plan. And this is a very critical aspect. Why am I saying so? Because I missed out on this, and that's why I took extra long time to stabilize. Business plan will cover every aspect of your business and how will it be taken care of. From sales projections, to marketing, to human resources, to finance, to research and development, all these aspects are taken care of in the business plan, and every question is answered when it comes to how this issue will be resolved. You have answers for everything, and once it is documented, it is clear, you will be able to take decisions quite easily and not consume unnecessary time and energy in that. So have a business plan. And next important point is you must start networking. And networking can be online, networking can be offline. There are various organizations who keep on organizing networking events, and whichever meet your interest, you must go there and create your visibility. And when it comes to online, there are so many platforms available where you can become visible. You can create videos, write blogs, create posters, create different kind of content and start spreading it in so many different ways. And the more you are able to create your network, strong network, the easier it will become when it comes to converting them into customers, clients, and ultimately sales. And the last and most important function that you must pay attention to is marketing and sales. And why am I saying so with so much of conviction? Because I got it wrong. As I said earlier, I made an assumption that since I am good in my work, business will come. It doesn't happen that way. Marketing is a very dedicated effort, and it takes its own time to start converting into business for you. And sales obviously is the most important function because that is the source of cash inflow, which will take care of all the expenses that you are going to experience in your business. So pay attention to these functions in a very, very structured and systematic way so that the revenue stream becomes smooth and happens earlier than your own expectations. Finally, to sum it up, I would say that if you are really passionate about contributing, if you are really passionate about solving a problem that is in front of you, this is a decision that you must take. It has its own elements of risk, as I said earlier. It requires a lot of stretch and hard work over a period of time, but the rewards that you get at the end of it in terms of cash inflows as well as the satisfaction that you get in terms of having created something of your own, that's a decision worth taking. I wish you all the best. I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay healthy.